Hello. Hope you all are doing
Hello.
well tonight. This is a Bach prelude played not on the instruments it was meant for. One, two, three, four.
I thought we were switching up.
I thought you were playing.
No, I was playing with on the bass. Or at least I was trying to.
Congratulations.
Yay! Anyway, here's the song that I actually practiced. It's a ballad written by Guy Wood called "My One and Only Love," and it's a nice song.
So I haven't practiced any of the things I'm about to do. I'm about to be up here for like 10 minutes without
But
having
luckily for
practiced.
you wrote this song.
That's true. And apparently I signed a contract like with the universe when I wrote it that I would perform this song at least like 3 times a semester at open mic. So,
That's good.
all right. This song is called I See You, and I guess you're gonna count it off. Just play.
Okay, so. Don't we give you an intro?
Yeah. Just give me an intro. It could rain all day, the skies could all be gray, but I won't mind. As long as I get to see you, I could stand headaches and even stomach aches, but I won't mind. As long as I get to see you, 'cause even bad days, they don't get me down, and even worse days, they won't see me frown, and no matter what bad may come my way, I'll be okay. As long as I get to see you, ba 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 da ba. Oh, I could miss my ride and have to walk 6 miles. I wouldn't care, 'cause I know that you'd be there, and I may break some bones, visit the hospital, but I'll be fine. You come and hold my hand all night, 'cause even bad days, they don't get me down, and even worse days, they won't
gonna clean up your looks with all the lies in the books to make the citizen out of you.
Because they sleep with a gun and keep an eye on your son so they can watch all the things you do. Because the drugs never work, they're gonna give you a smirk, 'cause they got methods of keeping you clean. They're gonna rip off your head, your aspirations to shreds, another cog in the murder machine. They say, oh, teenagers scared the living shit out of me. They could care less as long as someone will bleed. So darken your clothes or strike a violent pose. Maybe they'll leave you alone, but not me.
The boys and girls in the clique, the awful names that they stick, you're never gonna fit in much, kid.
But if you're troubled and hurt, what you got under your shirt will make them pay for the things they did. They said, all teenagers scare the living shit out of me. They could care less as long as someone will bleed. So darken your clothes or strike a violent pose. Maybe they'll leave you alone, but not me. Whoa. They said all teenagers scared the living shit out of me. They could care less as long as someone will bleed. So darken your clothes or strike a violent pose. Maybe they'll leave you alone, but not me. All together now, teenagers scared the living shit out of me. And they could care less as long as someone will bleed. So darken your clothes or strike a violent pose. Maybe they'll leave you alone, but not me. Teenagers scared the living shit out of me. Everyone, they could care less as long as someone will bleed. So darken your clothes or strike a violent pose. Maybe they'll leave you alone, but not me.
It's a poetry night, right? Sort of, I guess.
Yeah.
Is it? I don't know.
Pottery night.
I mean, it's also baked goods night. Like, speaking of baked goods, there's still a few left. I'm sitting back there with them. I'll be here for a little while longer, but I have a headache, so I'm going to go home soon. So, or she can slay those for me. But yeah, I don't know. I was thinking about doing this, and I guess I'm going to do it. I wrote a poem for Linton Lewis Chain a while back, but I get all my poems published anonymously because I'm, like, scared of my feelings. So, I'm going to brave my feelings and fight them tonight. I think that's what slam poetry is actually about, right? It doesn't matter if you're like slamming anything. It's like face your fears, right? I don't know. Anyway. Okay. So this poem is called You. It's a free verse poem. If my eyes are like stars, then your face is the moon. I revolve around you like Earth orbits sun. You are the rustle of wind under clouded skies. I will dance through your rain as it falls. The sound of your voice is my new favorite song. If you spoke all day, I would listen. And in the morning when our sleepy eyes open and your gravity pulls my body into yours, I forget about the chapped lips and the stuffy noses because the first kiss of the day is just as sweet as the last kiss of the night. Though softer, drowsier, gentle as the sun in May. I take you in like pure oxygen. Every breath is the first I've ever breathed. I want to hold your hand in mine every time I see it. I want to brush my fingers through the silk of your hair and feel the stubble on your face cupped against my palm. I want to hear your secrets, shake hands with the skeletons in your closet, feel the chill of the ghosts that haunt your dreams. You are the world after a rainstorm, ambrosial, vivacious, effervescent, bright, clean. But you run through my veins like fire in a forest, and I would cross continents to follow the trails of your smoke. I hope that you look forward to seeing me as much as I anticipate seeing you. I hope that I make you smile because my lips turn up of their own accord every time you come around. I hope that you want to know me like the back of your own two hands, and that once you do, you see enough good in me to keep me by your side. I see nothing but good in you.
And this is me learning how to play the guitar. And then after that, I learned about this great thing called chords, right? And chords are pretty dope, right? Give it up for chords. So you throw that in there and make it sound all fancy, you know. That was so much better, right? And then I found out that there's a completely different section in that song that I had not heard before. It goes a little bit like this. And then I kind of forgot about that for a little while. Didn't really play it too much, and then I worked on an arrangement that I've probably been playing since I was maybe somewhere between like 10 and 12, which is like the most impressive. It's not super impressive, but it's fun to play. So I wanted to run through that for you guys. Thank you. All right, I want to do one more song, and this one I've actually played at open mic before, but that was way, way back in the dark ages before we had the fabulous Austin Cheshire recording open mics for us. And so now that this is going to be recorded and presumably uploaded to YouTube at some point, I wanted to dedicate this one to my mom because it's one of her favorite songs and it makes me think of her. Josie's on a vacation far away. Come around and talk it over. So many things that I wanna say. You know I like my girls a little bit older. I just wanna use your love tonight. I don't wanna lose your love tonight. I ain't got many friends left to talk to. No one's around when I'm in trouble. You know that I'd do anything for you. And stay the night, we'll keep it undercover. I just wanna use your love tonight. I don't wanna lose your love tonight. Try to stop my hands from shaking. Something in my mind's not making sense. It's been a while since we were all alone. I can't hide the way I'm feeling.
As you leave me, please would you close the door? And don't forget what I told you. Just 'cause you're right, that don't mean I'm wrong. Another shoulder to cry upon. I don't wanna lose your love tonight. I just wanna use your love tonight. I don't wanna lose your love tonight. I don't wanna lose your love tonight.
Thanks, guys.
All right, so I don't usually like to preface my whatevers, but tonight I'm prefacing. So a couple things. First off, this may or may not turn out to be an avant-garde performance. If it's not, then I'm not going to say anything at the end, and if it is, then I still won't say anything at the end, because if I told you it was avant-garde, it wouldn't be avant-garde enough. So just bear that in mind. The second part is, I'm going to play a song for you. I wrote the song. I was going to title the song something, but I figured it's slam poetry night, so instead of titling it like a word, instead I wrote a slam poem that is the title of the piece. So in order for me to tell you what the piece is called, I have to perform this slam poem. And if you want to like talk about the piece or whatever, you have to like, you can't reference it by name or say that song. You've got to say like do the whole slam poem, and you've got to really like try to like get into it. So it's kind of hard to read. Okay. I'm trying to get into it. Okay. I wanted to show off my speed. There she was, looking at me in that spectacular way, in that way that's exactly how she looks at everyone else. Maybe I could change that. I needed to show off my speed. So I approached the starting line. I looked ahead. No hurdles, no turns, just straight away. What race was I running again? Was it like 100, 1600, 3200? Doesn't matter. This is my chance. I'm about to show off my speed. Go up to the blocks. I look at her. Take your marks. She smiles. Get set. And I was about, gunshot! And I'm off. And just like that, showing off my incredible speed, I ran away. Drops mic. Whoa, that's just the title. Thank you.
I think you're good. So tonight is poetry night, right? Yes. So me and Sid aren't really that great at poetry, so we thought we would just do some really deep songs. Is that a good enough intro?
Tonight we're called Very Dark Gray Giraffe.
Instead of black giraffe.
Darker than my left shoe, but lighter than my right shoe. Don't forget to tell me when to come in. 2 bars right now.
Is this the one where I come in early?
Not really.
Okay.
I'll tell you.
Okay.
I'll start with you.
Sounds good. You should sing with me.
Okay.
Torn from the heavens, they fall from the sky and walk the streets among mortal men. They hide in shadows, keepers of the night. Mortal life is weak, can't hold back the demons. The blood pours as rain, and soon you'll be alone. Descending angel, stand by my side. We'll face the night. Descending angel, guard the gates of hell. Just one more night. For in the morning we'll bring the light. Born and created in the image of a God, with heavens fall, no Savior has been sent. No one to guide us, alone we face the night. Mortal life is brief, kill the rebel angels. They make their final stand, and soon you'll be alone. Descending angel, stand by my side and face the night. Descending angel, who guard the gates of hell. Just one more night. Forever ends tonight. Descending angel, 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 descending angel. Cool.
Dig up.
Let's do, dig up. We have 3 songs, but we promise we'll be off the stage in 10 minutes. Is this the one where I come in early?
No.
Anything is what she is. Anywhere is where she's from. Anything is what she'll be. Anything, as long as it's mine. And the door it opens the way back in, or is it the way back out? up her bones. Point me to the sky above. I can't get there on my own. Walk me to the graveyard, dig up her bones.
So you're only gonna sing on this, right? All right. This one is my personal favorite.
If I cut off your arms and I cut off your legs, would you still love me anyway? If you're bound and you're gagged, draped and displayed, would you still love me anyway? Why don't you love me anyway? Why don't you love me anyway? If I cut off your arms and I cut off your legs, would you still love me anyway? If you're bound and you're gagged, draped and displayed, would you still love me? Love me anyway. Why don't you love me anyway? 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 Cutting with a knife, blood is spilling everywhere. She will be my wife. Secondary spine, incisions must be accurate. I know just what to do. My hands are trembling. I can't spare to slip up with this knife. Beauty so logical, the beast come gliding in. Hideous chameleon, stripped down into her skin. Dance to the burning flame. Pleasure exhumes the plain. The night bursts into flame. Dance, Elena, dance. If I cut off your arms and I cut off your legs, would you still love me anyway? There's some blood on the floor where your limbs used to be, and I closed the door on my fantasies. Why don't you love me anyway? On my fantasy. Why don't you love me anyway? On my fantasy. Why don't you love me anyway? On my fantasy. Why don't you love me anyway?
Yeah. We'll do that next week. Because I was a derp. I'm sorry, Archie. I'm making a public apology. I waited till I saw the sun. Don't know why I didn't come. I left you by the house of fun. Don't know why I didn't come. I don't know why I didn't come. When I saw the break of day, wish that I could fly away. Standing kneeling in the sand, catching teardrops in my hand. My heart is drenched in wine. You'll be on my mind. empty. I'm a vagabond driving down the road alone. My heart is drenched in wine. Oh no, you'll be on my mind forever. Something has to make you run. Don't know why I didn't come. I feel as empty as a drum. Don't know why I didn't come. I don't know why I didn't come. Thank you. No. Oh yeah, go for it. Go for it. Yeah.
So nobody told me that it was poetry night. Thank you, Rishni. Nobody told me it was poetry night until Caroline did a poem. So I'm gonna do a poem now. It's very short, and it goes like this. There once was a preacher named Lars. He married a woman from Mars. She undid his robe, but she hadn't a probe, so he counted his lucky stars. Thank you.
If this goes well, it's very indicative of our show on Monday, and if not, it's not even remotely close to what we're capable of. All right, we'll just go. Just fucking go. I hope you've heard this song before, because it's like really fucking good. Ready? Even better than I was the last time, baby. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm good, so good. Even better than I was the last time, baby. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm good, so good. Ratchet tickle. It's your favorite fucking album. I need to fucking know what I'm gonna do. Better than I was the last time, baby. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm good, so good. 'Cause we're all just trying to fuck now, baby. Ooh, ooh. Trying to fuck, just like Caroline. Keep going. I guess we're just jumping right into the next song. Y'all hear me out of this okay? Everybody scream if you can hear me okay out of this. We don't need no education. We don't need no thought control. The dark sarcasm in the classroom. Teacher, leave them kids alone. Teacher, leave them kids alone. All in all, you're just another brick in the wall. All in all, you're just another brick in the wall. you what I know. Dr. Wham. Good morning, how are you? I'm Dr. Wham. I'm interested in things. I'm not a real doctor, but strong. I think I'm getting good, but I can handle criticism. I'll show you what I know.
So a few weeks ago, maybe more, I came up here and I told this story about myself smoking illegal substances and then defecating for 45 minutes. And it was well received, which doesn't make sense. So I decided I would write a legitimate stand-up set because I cannot play any music as much as I would like to, something I'll probably learn. So here is that. I was gonna have an intro that was different. It had to do with horsecock, but I think I'm going to stick with the original. A little more mysterious that way, now they'd be left wondering, what does he think about horsecock? I'll leave that one up to you guys. So, it's interesting, though, getting up here telling such a weird story, you know, especially because I feel like it's a little bit immature, a little bit toilet humor, and being a freshman, you're like, am I less mature than everyone else? Will everyone judge me, think I'm weird, think I'm childish? Apparently, either that's not true or you're all equally childish. Either way, I'm okay with it. But yeah, being a freshman here, being new to a place like this, it's pretty weird. There's certain stereotypes that come with being in an engineering school, good and bad. And I think I've discovered tech is a very, very unique place. I think this is the only place in the entire world, or at least that I've been, where I can see someone and call them basic by describing their hydroxide concentration, and everybody knows exactly what I'm talking about. I think at Tech, even the stereotypical frat boys who are obsessed with their own masculinity probably have their dick measuring contests like via line integral. Like, bro, is your dick really big if you haven't evaluated the length via Green's theorem? Like, yeah. It's probably happened. No, it hasn't. Like, sometimes I'll tell people what sort of classes I'm taking. Like, my mom, she called me up because she knew that I might be taking classes somewhere near home over the summer, and she's like, what do you want to take? Because I need to look up the schedule for that so I'm going to help you plan it. And I realized that telling people what we all study here, I feel like that character on every TV show who like just talks about something sciencey and no one knows, and they're like, yeah, and like just assume. Like, my mom was like, what classes are you looking to take this summer? And I was like, oh, nah, differential equations and statics. I think if I get those out of the way, maybe I'll like have to take like thermodynamics or mechanics of deformable bodies next semester, And she just like gave me this look like, what the fuck are you? And truthfully, I don't know either. I'm pretty sure even the people, at any point, the person who is taking a given class is still just as afraid of it, which is sort of the nature of being here. But there are definitely an interesting sort of distribution of types of people here. I think one of the things that I think about occasionally is how, because everyone here is like really smart, not trying to brag or anything, including all, everyone here is pretty intelligent. So like anyone that you know could be the next, Bill Gates or Steve Jobs or something. And I know that Steve Jobs was not really the tech guy behind Apple, but more recognizable name. But no, that's true. Steve Jobs actually did not do anything substantial tech-wise. He pretty much just took his friend's idea and ran with it and sort of stole it. But I think to some degree, you need the guy like that. You need the marketing guy, you need the business guy, and the technology guy, because I think there are some ideas where in order to be clever and crazy-minded enough to come up with them, you also will not ever have the people skills necessary to market that thing. And the example that made me realize this the most was that we drink cow's milk. Now follow me here, because that sounds weird as fuck. Like, can you imagine whose idea it was? Like, let's just get under this cow and let's pull these really long nipples, and when this liquid comes out, I'm gonna drink this, and then like not be bothered by that at all. And I just imagine that like he goes to his friend, because this guy is essentially the idea man, and he goes to his friend who's like the marketing guy, and he's like, man, look at this wonderful thing I found. Like, come see this. And his friend's like, man, I'm not listening to any of your ideas. The last 3 were awful. Freezing a block of ice to a bar of soap and then waiting till it gets hot and the ice melts and calling it a shower on the go is a terrible idea. The soap bar is just going to get soggy. It's not going to be good. And when the soap bar gets soggy and little bits sort of slide off and you're not sure if it's really viable for use as soap anymore because it's kind of too thick, but you don't want to waste the soap because there it is. Your other idea, the bike equivalent of a motor scooter, that's just a motorcycle. I don't really know what you were thinking with that one. And the idea to bake scones into a conical shape and call them scone cones and eat ice cream out of them, actually that one was really good. I don't know why it didn't catch on. But then he's like, okay, fine, I'll try your idea. And he drinks, he's like, actually, that's good. Calls his friend over, like, hey Jim, come drink this. And his friend's like, wait, this was my idea. Shut up, titty tugger. Pretty much a lead up to me using the phrase titty tugger. Alliteration adds something, I don't know why. But yeah, a lot of those sorts of people here, both types of people. But as much as it's fun being here, I do kind of miss being at home sometimes, and there's a lot of fond memories I have of specific things at home. For example, I discovered that I really like going to the Asian supermarket because there's a lot of cool things that you can't get at the boring white people supermarket. Like, for example, I'll go there and I'll go into this back aisle, and there are these juice boxes that are like lychee and like there's like melon flavored soda. There's crazy things. And then there's a thing at the checkout counter that I like that originally I was a little bit suspect about eating, but I tried it and enjoyed it. It was it's dried scallop lips, which sounds weird as shit, I know. And eventually I started getting them like every time I would go, and I just accepted it. These are dried scallop lips, and that's what they are, and that's what I'm eating. And one day my dad saw me eating them, and he said, what are those? Like, I didn't know, because can't read the packaging because we cannot, it's in Chinese. and I was like, oh, it's dried scallop lips. Don't judge me. This shit tastes pretty good. And my dad, for backstory here, is a doctor and has like a degree in animal biology, and he was like, scallops don't have lips. So I'm not sure what part of the scallop I've been eating, but I'm just gonna keep eating it. But I do like going to the Asian supermarket. There's a lot of interesting foods that I can get there, but it's a little weird. Every time I go in there, I get these like weird looks. It's almost like I'm a white blonde guy in an Asian supermarket or something. I don't really know what's going on there. But yeah, I really enjoy being here at UTC. It's probably one of my favorite places at Tech because I've always liked music, even though, as I said, I've never really been a musician myself. I like just listening to different types of music. There's really so much out there, and it's good to be able to have a group of people where you can find anyone who likes any kind of music and you talk about it with them and you can have a good discussion. The only thing is sometimes, like, I'm afraid to tell people the extent of, like, what sorts of music I like, because while there's a good variety, like, about 30 to 50% of, like, some of my favorite bands are, like, really, like, harsh-sounding metal bands, and people will, like, give me this look like, man, I didn't know you would like that. Like, I expected, like, metal fans to be, like, really, like, aggressive and, like, punky looking. Like, you're so, like, small and adorable. You don't look like you want to fight me. And I'm like, I didn't want to fight you before you said that, but now I do. Fuck yeah, fucking fight me. Fielding, that was probably you, and no, I think I couldn't possibly fight you, Fielding. Either I'd lose or I'd have to fight Fielding and hurt him. Either way, bad outcome. One of the other things when I go home that I like seeing is just what stupid shit my sister's watching on TV. One of the best things that she'll do is she'll, like, completely unironically watch Honey Boo Boo and, like, talk about it with my mom in the car. And recently, my family visited me down here in Atlanta, and we were having a discussion, and she revealed to us that Honey Boo Boo has started this thing where there are scratch and sniff stickers for the show that correspond with different times, so you'll have to get them every week, and, like, a number will pop up, and you scratch that one and sniff it, so it's like smell-o-vision. And, you know, first of all, apparently you can only get them via People magazine, so they know their audience. Like, anyone who just, like, made a visible face of delight, you can find the business majors via that. That is a brilliant marketing strategy. But the other thing is I feel like even though they know their audience, like, that is not the show to do that for. Like, there are a lot of shows where, like, yeah, that would really help you with the immersion. But with Honey Boo Boo, it's like, how can a sticker capture the smell of, like, enforcing societal standards of beauty on your 5-year-old daughter or living vicariously through your child? I don't really think anything smells like that feels. Yeah. What else do I have here, man? There's so many things that I wrote down, and I'm like, no. Now that I'm physically in front of people, I can't possibly talk about wondering how people discovered oral sex. That is not... There's a whole bit I have. You know what? Fuck it. Now that I said that, there is no going back. There is no... We are beyond the point of return. Okay. Here's what that is. It's like, in a similar vein almost to the milk thing, like, who the fuck discovered oral sex? Because here's why I'm saying this, because, you know, regular actual sex is sort of biologically ingrained. It's evolutionary, and it's just people know to do it. But, like, oral sex, you know, it's just a physical sensation thing, so it doesn't have the mental ingrained thing going for it. And I kind of wonder how it came about, only because, like, I wonder, like, did someone look at a dog just licking its own junk and be like, man, I fucking gotta try that? Like, like, can you imagine if we did everything that we saw dogs doing? Like, every time someone bought a house, like, they just walk in, like, just piss on the floor, like, just marking my territory. Like, shit on their neighbor's lawn, then eat the shit when they find it later and forget it's theirs. There. Now I never have to say those words again in my life. Yeah. Jeez. Before I came here, when I had a lot more free time and a lot less of a social life, I used to play a lot of video games. And one of the things that, especially online games where you're playing against other people, are known for is just crazy kids trash talking. And I never played any where there was, like, built-in voice chat, so I never had to deal with that. But my image of it was always, like, because, you know, the reputation, like, if you were to play, like, I don't know, Call of Duty or something, it wasn't really my game, but, like, if you played Call of Duty and you got on there, like, no matter what you did, like, anything you did remotely wrong, like, some 8-year-old, kid would be screaming at you, like, hey, you fucking shitter. And I kind of wonder, like, what do they think is going to happen? Like, they're going to be like, man, you're a real piece of shit. And you're just like, I've never thought of it that way. I'm really reconsidering everything, man. You opened my eyes, like, they're like, I fucked your mom. You're like, Dad? It's been years. I thought you said you didn't love us anymore. So Is that all I have? Man, fuck. That felt like I wrote way more. Well, okay. That's it. I'm glad people actually laughed. And maybe I'll come back with something else interesting. I would say like in a few weeks, but that's kind of the end of the semester. So now I'll have all summer. Don't hold me to that. Please do not hold me to that. Okay, but yeah, that went remarkably well. Thank you guys.
Sorry. Cool. So this is a song about springtime. It's called 1st of May. I understand it's a little bit premature because we're like in mid-April. But if y'all could just pretend that it's May 1st, you know, finals are over. It's time to relax. Here's a song about springtime. Yeah.
I woke up this morning, I had a scone and a large house blend. Then a little conversation with my squirrel and chipmunk friends. I said I'm sick and tired of winter, and I wish that it was spring. Then a little fella named Robin Redbreast began to sing. And he said, ooh, child, what you think the cold winter's gonna last forever? Ooh, child, now's the time for all the people to get together outside. 'Cause it's the 1st of May, 1st of May, outdoor fucking starts today. So bring your favorite lady, or at least your favorite lay. Water's not cold, baby, dip in your big toe. Maybe I'll see you in flagrante delicto. Grass below you, sky above. Celebrate spring with a crazy little thing called fucking outside. I thanked him for the information. I cried a little when he flew away. Watched an episode of The People's Court and I tried to plan my day. I called up my old lady. She wasn't home, so I called my girl. I asked her if she'd like to join me as I entertain the world. And I said, ooh, child, I'll bring a blanket and I promise I will brush the ants off. Ooh, child, you're gonna like it when we're taking each other's pants off outside. 'Cause it's the 1st of May, 1st of May, outdoor fucking starts today. So bring your favorite lady, or at least your favorite lay. The water's not cold, baby, dip in your big toe. Maybe I'll see you in flagrante delicto. Grass below you, sky above. Celebrate spring with a crazy little thing called fucking outside. So we went to the park together. We were walking in the midday sun. Met all kinds of people and we fucked everyone. Fucked a lady who sells ice cream. We fucked the man with the tan Sharpay. Everyone who needed fucking, well, they got fucked today. So come on, ooh, child, open your heart and your mind. Feel the spirit moving through you. Ooh, child, you'll feel the warmth of the love when I stick it to you outside. 'Cause it's the 1st of May, 1st of May, outdoor fucking starts today. So bring your favorite lady, or at least your favorite lay. The water's not cold, baby, dip in your big toe. Maybe I'll see you in flagrante delicto. Grass below you, sky above. Celebrate spring with a crazy little thing called fucking outside. Fucking outside. Fucking outside.
There were voices in the corridor. I heard them say, welcome to the Hotel California. Such a lovely place, such a love. There's plenty of room at the Hotel California. Anytime
stiff and it's twisted. You got that Mercedes Benz. She got a lot of pretty, pretty boys she calls friends. Tell them, sweet summer sweat. Some dance to remember, some dance to forget. So I called up the captain, please bring me my wife. We haven't had that spirit here since 1969. And still those voices are calling from far away. In the middle of the night, just to hear them say, welcome to the Hotel California. Such a lovely place, such a lovely face. There's plenty of room at the Hotel California. Any time of year, you can find the hill. Mirrors on the ceiling, sing it. Pink champagne on ice. We are all just prisoners here of our own device. It does. For the bees. You can hear that they're stealing eyes, but they just can't steal. Last thing I remember, running for the door. I had to da-da-da-da-da-da to the place I was before. Man, we are programmed to receive. You can check out any time you like, but you can never leave. You got it. Nice. All right. My friend Bruno's going to come up. He's going to sing with us.
Ready when you guys are.
There's a pub on a western bay, and it serves 100 ships a day. And the sailors pass the time away. They talk about their home. There's a girl in this harbor town, and she works laying whiskey down. They say, Brandy, fetch another round. She sells them whiskey and wine. Sailors say, Brandy, you're a fine. What a good wife you would be. My life, my love, and my lady is the sea. And Brandy, wears a braided chain made of finest silver from the north of Spain. A locket that bears the name of the man that Brandy loves. He came on a summer's day, bringing gifts from far away, and he made it clear he couldn't stay. No harbor was his home. The sailors say, Brandy, you're a fine, what a good wife you would be. My life, my love, and my lady is the same. Yeah, Brandy used to watch his eyes as he told his sailor story. She could feel the ocean fall and rise, and she saw its raging glory. Now he had always told the truth, Lord, he was an honest man. And Brandy does her best to understand. At night, when the bars close down, Brandy walks through a silent town. She loves a man who's not around. She still can't hear him say. She hears him say, Brandy, you're a fine, what a good wife you would be. My life, my love, and my lady is the same. Is the same. Is the same. Oh, oh. You're a fine girl.
Sweet.
Bite your tongue. Don't make a scene, dear. Everybody's been here at least once before, but we've been here more. Your heart breaks, it rolls down the window. I've seen it all go, come back around. I've heard the sound, the tip of your tongue, the top of your lungs is doing my head in. I said, love, it don't mean nothing unless there's something worth fighting for. It's a beautiful war. When I hold the warmth of your body, there is nobody that I'd rather hold. Shattered and cold, the tip of your tongue, top of your lungs is making me crazy. I said, love, it don't mean nothing unless there's something worth fighting for. It's a beautiful war. Now I said, love,
it don't mean nothing unless there's something worth fighting for. It's a beautiful war. Thank you.
Okay, so when you hear these beautiful, deep lyrics, these are all from Greta's mind. Okay. Pterodactyls fly over the Triceratops because they have large wings. Where did you get that? At Israel Fest. Wait, what? Yeah, there were camels. I'm taller than you. My babies are taller too. 6 feet tall at birth. Are whales long or tall? They're tall if you stand them up. But who stands up whales? What's close to your heart besides your rib cage? Your lungs are close too. You need to step up. Read all the haikus. Uphold the mantle.
Hey, hi, I'm Alex McIntyre. I've got 2 things for you. Yeah, I know, I'm sorry. Thank you. The first one is a song I wrote a while back. It's called This Life.
When I'm not asleep, I dream of recreated scenes of not so distant memories, and all the time that passes in between. La da 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 dum. And when I lie awake, I lie and wait for the feeling that everything I know has been deceiving. La da 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 da. Oh, 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 oh. If I could see all the things that I could be, I'd freeze for fear of all the possibilities. La da 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 da. If I could know the results of the paths down which I go, would I be a happier man? Yes, I suppose. But is that life worth wishing for? Ooh. Don't take this for granted. Everything that I know could be supplanted in time. In time. This life goes on in spite of all the different things that threaten to turn out the light. The light. When I ever lost, I find those nascent
feelings lost to time or just complacency, or if it's even worth my time to speak. Even the broad daylight, I pray for the sights of the sea, because all those things they happen for a reason. Ooh, ooh,
Thanks. I got one more thing. Okay, so since it's technically also part poetry night, or pottery, whatever you're into really, I'm gonna do, or also that, I mean, if that's what you're into. So I was thinking about this the other day, and I realized that there was a poem that I wrote on this very night, exactly 2 years ago, while I was procrastinating / taking a walk at like 12:30 in the morning. So I figured now is the best time to read that back to you. Yeah, so here we go. It's called I Don't Have the Time for This. I don't have the time for this, and really, neither do you. But here we are. I'm writing, you're reading. We're both aimlessly looking to escape the trappings of reality and replace it with something not quite fictional, swapping friction for predilection, colloquialism for proper diction, or vice versa. Some things are ours, but everything is up for grabs. And although nothing is static, there are some people who simply don't want to move. Some don't know how to, but for others, it's basically second nature, and they developed a heightened stature because they are the ones the world wants right now. But don't forget about the rest of us. We're still moving along, singing the songs that define who we are, or who we want to be at any given hour, making connections that fill our hearts with power, or love, or greed, or something our language can't yet describe without looking totally foolish. Forget the cool kids. We all know we want to be one. But each of us is one in someone else's eyes. Don't be surprised. Search your feelings. You know them to be true. And I can't tell you what to do, but I can advise. I'm no doctor, but here's a free prescription. Take a break for the sake of your eyes. Give someone a high five. Feel alive. Put on some shoes, or don't, and go outside. And you know why. Because really, who has the time for anything else? Thanks.
Whoever said I am Kishore, fuck you. All right? He definitely would. All right. I was going to tell a story, but maybe I'll save that for next week. I was really inspired by Greta and Sid's performance. Can someone come up and just play some bass while I do this? Yes. Okay. Cool. This is gonna be really dumb. I don't have any poems prepared, except I wrote some haikus since last time, but they're like targeted at all the Tinder girls I match with, you know, because I match with so many Tinder girls. I might read some of them. This is just me. This is avant-garde poetry. I was also inspired by Jason, so exactly. Whatever, man. I'll just talk over it. I'm just gonna read stupid shit I write on my phone when I'm like barely awake for you guys, and all right, here we go. I actually haven't read these yet. I'm just gonna find something and read it for you guys. All right, here's one. I matched with the most beautiful Tinder bot today. 10 out of 10. All right. Someone ended their mail to me with "thanks again," and then I ended my reply with thanks again. And then I felt like a fucking scrub when I realized what I had done. And the rest of my day was ruined. That was like 4 days ago. Ever meet a girl so pretty, you want her to be just a little less pretty so that you have a chance? That's really sad. Alright, this note simply says, horse outside. I have no idea what that means. I will remember one day. One day I'll just wake up and be like, oh shit, horse outside. Okay, oh, this one's a haiku. Okay, this one's, it's kind of inappropriate, but heat-seeking missiles orient themselves towards you, you hot piece of ass. I think I wrote that in Chad's car once. May have been. Let's see, what else do I have? Alright, this is a quote from Brittany, who's probably still here, hopefully. She's right there. This is what Brittany said to me the other day. You sound like everything you say is scripted and you're a bad actor. Then I had one guy, this one guy who I sort of knew through my academic society. He told me, you know, you're more interesting than you look. It's probably true. Alright, what else do I have here? Oh, this is great. Had a dream I was hungry. I woke up still hungry. That was 2 weeks ago. I'm always hungry. I never have food in my dorm. It's like, I know I'm gonna get hungry and I should buy food, but I don't wanna buy food because I'll buy shitty food. But then I go down and buy like all the vending machine shit. It's unhealthy. Thank you. Roses are red. Oranges are orange. Fuck. Pay Jack $10. I owe Jack Thompson $10. Is he here right now? I still don't have change. I'm sorry. Do you have? He doesn't have Venmo. I've asked him this before. Get Venmo. Bus card. What else do I have? Okay, I'll read you guys another haiku I wrote for this one girl. Her name's Marriott, and she had a picture with Bo Burnham. I think I mentioned this once in a meeting. So I wrote her a haiku that was Bo's Netflix special. So good I want to marry it. I'll see myself out. She never replied. I'm sorry I did this to you. This is what I would be doing in my spare time otherwise. Alright. I probably have like one more somewhere that's worth reading. 'Tis the season to take Molly. Tra la 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 la. Okay. Roughest week of me life. It doesn't say my life. I don't know, maybe I turned Irish. Roughest week of me life. Taylor Swift went off Spotify. That's not true at all. If she did. She did, right? Okay. Okay, cool. Alright, this is the last one I'm gonna do. If you're overwhelmed and you know it, cry in bed. If you're overwhelmed and you know it, and you don't know how to cope with it, if you're overwhelmed and you know it, cry in bed. Alright, that's all I have today. Thanks for bearing with that. Maybe I'll tell you guys a story next week. Maybe I won't. I'm full of surprises.
Hey guys. Sorry, this is kind of like a last minute decision by me to come up and play, but I figured most of the people are already left, so there are a few people I can make an ass in front of. So anyway, this is a song by one of my favorite bands, which is Neutral Milk Hotel. And the song is called Oh Comely. which is probably an incredible task for me, but I'm going to try and do my best.
Oh, calmly, I will be with you when you lose your brains, chasing the only meaningful memory you thought you had left, but some pretty bright and bubbly, terrible scene that was doing her thing on your chest. But oh, calmly, isn't such one thing that you could mean to me. You're only a part of me. It doesn't mean anything at all. Oh, calmly, all of your friends are all letting you blow, bristling and ugly, bursting with fruits falling out from the holes of some pretty bright and bubbly friend you could need to say comforting things in your ear. But oh, calmly, there isn't such one friend that you could find here standing next to me. Only my enemy, I'll crush him with everything. Say what you want to say, hang for your hollow ways, moving your mouth to pull out on your miracle. Aim at me. Your father made fetuses with flesh-licking ladies while you and your mother were asleep in the trailer park. Thunderous sparks from the dark of the stadium. The moments were beautiful that you needed for comforting. All of them milking with green fleshy flowers, while powerful pistons were sugary sweet machines smelling of semen. All under the garden was all you were needing till you still believed in me. Say what you want to say and hang for your hollow ways, moving your mouth to pull out on your miracles. Aim for me.
Thanks.